Now at 6 a.m. on WKYT this morning, we have details on a historic vote very early this morning in South Carolina that clears the way for the Confederate flag to be removed from outside of the state capitol building there.
At least one county clerk hopes to meet with the governor today to talk about issuing marriage licenses to same-sex couples.
And eyewitness video of a wild police chase that stretched into 2 states, including Kentucky.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
And top of the morning to you from the WKYT News team. Hey, we're glad you're with us on this Thursday. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. The New York Stock Exchange expected to continue with regular business today after a major glitch yesterday, and also United Airlines in the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, all of a sudden problems at all 3 of those places with computers. So we'll be tracking all of that in the day ahead and hope things get back to normal. We're going to check in with Micah right now. It'd be nice to have some normal summertime weather around these parts as well, huh?
Yeah, wouldn't it? I mean, some warm temperatures and also a pop-up shower thunderstorm. But the thing we've had the past couple of weeks, it's a different setup than your typical summer-like afternoon. Where your typical summer-like afternoon, you get these storms popping up. They last 30, 45 minutes, and they move on out. But this is from fronts. I mean, we've had one front after another, and when they come in, they just kind of hang out. I guess they like the Ohio River Valley. I don't know, man, but we just can't push them on out. So as long as the fronts are around, we're going to have at least that chance of rain, and it's that chance that you could have one storm after another. There's some rain pushing towards 65. I expect it in our western zones by around 8 to 9 a.m. So keep that in mind if you're over towards Springfield and work your way down towards, say, Lebanon and also Campbellsville. Temperatures are in the 70s. It's 75 degrees right now. More than likely, as you step out your bedroom and head downstairs, you'll see on your windows kind of that condensation because your house is actually much cooler than outside, and the humidity is way up too. 83 degrees, few storms in the forecast, and the focus of it, more storms on the way. They remain there, but what about the weekend? I'll have some good news coming to you in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. And leading our news right now, overnight the South Carolina House approved taking down the Confederate flag from the state capitol grounds.
The move early this morning came after more than 13 hours of, at times, contentious debate. It also comes just weeks after the deadly shootings of 9 black church members, including a state senator at a Bible study in Charleston. We'll have much more on the overnight developments in about 10 minutes. A handful of county clerks in Kentucky are still refusing to issue marriage licenses following the Supreme Court's decision to legalize same-sex marriage.
Governor Steve Beshear says he is going to let the debate play out in the courts. But today, one Kentucky clerk is hoping to sit down with Governor Beshear and talk out the issue. WKYT's Mark Barber is live in Frankfort to explain more on that. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Kay Swartz, the Whitley County clerk, says she's coming to Frankfort today to try and meet with Governor Steve Beshear. She says that she cannot do her job anymore without violating her religious freedoms. Swartz is one of 57 clerks who have sent a letter to the governor asking him to call a special session. According to the Lawrence County clerk, they are asking for the state legislature to address the Supreme Court's decision to legalize same-sex marriage. It is the job of county clerks to issue marriage licenses, but now many are saying that job, issuing marriage licenses to all couples, violates their belief that marriage is between a man and a woman. This has already led to at least one lawsuit. The ACLU is suing the Rowan County clerk, who has refused to sign off on all marriage licenses. In Casey County, the clerk is checking to see if there is any way to get around the conflict between religious rights and obeying the law. He is asking lawmakers if the process to get a marriage license can be moved online. Now, this is not the first time this week that Governor Steve Beshear has been asked to call a special session on this issue. Of course, we'll have much more on that and what he's already said about this coming up on WKYT News at 6:30. Live in Frankfort, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. 6:04 on WKYT this morning, and police are looking for the driver who injured 2 people in a hit-and-run crash. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says the driver of a Dodge Neon hit a tree off Highway 229. One of the passengers, 18-year-old Miranda Lawson, was thrown from the car and had to be flown to a hospital. A second passenger was also hurt. And 2 people are facing charges this morning after a police chase that included 2 states. This is eyewitness video from from someone who watched the chase. New this morning, police say a woman driving a budget rental truck led them on a 40-mile chase from Harland all the way over to Duffield, Virginia. At one point, police say the truck hit a sheriff's deputy's cruiser. No one was hurt in all of that. Police have not said why they were chasing the truck initially. They've arrested the driver and her passenger.
Well, after recent storms, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers taking steps to prevent flooding at Wolf Creek Dam. Parts of the Ohio and Mississippi rivers are now at flood stage. The Corps says it has significantly reduced the amount of water it releases from Wolf Creek Dam along the Cumberland River. The river flows into the Ohio and western Kentucky. Some folks in Fleming County are cleaning up the damage caused by a tornado. The National Weather Service says an EF0 touched down Tuesday night. It also had winds of about 80 miles an hour and damaged a barn along Maysville Road near Flemingsburg. No one was hurt during the storm.